Hello, this is Gabble, and today we'll be doing a summoning session for. We'll be showing a summoning session for Josen, Fjorm, and two Zero Legends Harmonize. Two Zero Legends Harmonize 2 banner. I do not like that they do that, but I did understand that they kinda need to do more than 1 Zero Legends each year if they want to at least catch up. I don't think they need to do 2 Legends Harmonize for every single 2 Legends. I think they should just at least at most do 2 Legends Harmonize unit, 2 Legends Harmonize units for all the ones that got a weapon refine and have at least like maybe around 4-star specials. So essentially, up to this point, they should do at most 2 Legends up to Brave Soren and Brave Golbek. Of course, they're not getting that. Those might not get that until next year. So we might see maybe like 2 Legends Harmonized for the following one after that one by the end of the game. I am here instead of on the banner place because I wanted to point out that I finally just turned into 5-star. I turned into manuals all 5-star units that are not really special. Things like Alphonse, Attune, Rian, and even the Entwines. I don't think I did that. Mythics and Legendaries, I probably also haven't done that unless I do want to merge them. And there are some specific units like Harmonized Bravebike that I did not turn them into manuals just yet because those are really valuable fodder unlike any other unit. So yeah, now I have a little more space, but like as you can see, I still have even less than 100. I may still have to stop at some point during a summoning session to set them up, so yes, please give us more barracks. I do not want to use the reserves for single copies of units. I want every single different unit to be on my barracks. Yep, we're just going to go on this banner. I do not care about Celica whatsoever, even though I think I only have 1 harmonized units from Echoes, but I do not care about her. I think I only have 1 harmonized unit for Sacred Stones, but that's not the point of me wanting him. I want him twice so I could fodder these to Raphael and build him, and I would fodder that to Vanitas to duplicate that just so I could maybe build Grima, who I am going only on blue, so hopefully I'll just get the copies I'm missing. I'm still missing 2 copies. 1 copy I believe is enough because I'm going to give him patience. I believe it would be enough to tie the score of my current boss because my boss does not have a 400 V skill just yet. So once I do that, I could start using him and wait for the next copy. And then there's Chosen Fjorm. I'll explain that in case you aren't aware. Chosen units do increase, make the unit who has its powers to score as much as the highest of both the chosen unit and the unit itself, because it makes the score the highest out of both, and that means merges are taken into account for chosen units. You can't really use Chosens on a +10 unit, which is essentially your arena core, and score higher, because you will need to essentially have the unit +10 or +9 at least. They are still helpful to be used on the legendary bonus units, who can only be obtained the chosen powers from the same element. So you need to have a chosen for each element. This is the second chosen and with different element. So we need her for legendary water bonus units to score as much as the newest legendary bonus per BST. They will also score as max SP. Of course, if you have them highly merged, it would not matter, but the point is that because you most likely are going to use the newest legendaries and they barely got any reruns, it is unlikely that you have them merged. And even one merge on a 205, which I think is the pair up of the modern ones, that's the lowest pair up of the modern ones. One merge would still not make them score high. The second one is 215 from last year. 215 is less than 220, and this also includes max XP skills. So thanks to max XP skills, they're considered as having a 400 V skill and a 300 seal, which is helpful if you can run distant counter dragon, distant counter melee on someone else. Distant counter, close counter, close transcend, however it's called, a close counter for mages, it doesn't matter usually for arena cores because mages have less BST, so it would still do better doing other things. The point is that thanks to that, even at 215 plus 1 might still tie the score of the chosen and merged chosen, which would mean that you would still want the chosen effect, so they could score max SP and run a different seal and 300. But yeah, we just want her ideally as many merges as possible, but I'm not going to go too far. My best outcome for me, would be to make a blaster, but the ideally outcome to be a reasonable one would be to get 2 copies of Hector while before the spark, so I could spark her. That's what I would like to. And yeah, we're just going to go only on blue. I think that's better for me to obtain these units. I'll go to the spark, we'll see what I'll do after, based on the amount of units I got in. I got Isidora. Is there a focus charge? There is focus charge, so I'm going to let that slide because I didn't even increase my chances just yet, so that's like a free point of focus charge. Alright! Alright, gang. I got Brave Hector already. Brave Harmonized Hector. So I just need him once more and then I can get Fionn as the spark. I am not going to go on view the colors. The reason I can't just get Fionn while summoning before the spark and then spark Hector is because I would feel that I could keep summoning to guarantee myself another merge on Fionn. That's why I would rather get 2 copies of Brave Harmonized Hector before the spark. That's May's new arc. I think I've seen it before. I think I got her before once that artwork was made. It's fine, it looks good. I think it does look slightly different, but better than the original one. To be fair, it's reasonable as as the artwork should be better than a first year artwork. I got another 5-star. That's another point of focus charged, almost free. Great. I did have both units. I believe Isadora does have a Rally Blood. I have quite a lot of Rally Blood skills. I got 2 Rally attack speed plus from the free tickets recently, and I don't think I'll build any other unit for Arena anytime soon. I mean, technically, Grima, that's it. Grima is the one I might build. I could build Medius. I do have the copies to build him already, but like, I'm so close to getting enough copies to build Grima, and you know, it does score a little higher, and because Patience will be on Vanitas for me, it would be better for me if I could just build Grima, because it could keep that perf and use it, the perf's weapon and use it, and also maybe twin Magical. But yeah, that would just be 2 units, and I have many more Rally Plus skills. I do wonder if they'll release a higher scoring Assis that are remaining, because there are still 2 Assis skills that could get an upgraded version. I'm not meaning the movement Assis too. What do I do here? I can't even go on a focus unit, I'll just go green. Maybe I'll get a copy of Void. I was talking about Arden Sacrifice and such. There's an assist that gives 10 HP to an ally and takes out 10 HP to the unit, and there's another one that swaps the HP of both units without exceeding the max amount of HP. So there's a chance they could eventually just release an upgraded assist. Really? They might release an upgraded assist of use. I'm not sure what they could do about that. I think something like the 10 HP being changed to be like a rally up effect, where you lose out on 10 HP, but now you can keep 10 or 20 HP to all allies within 2 spaces and not just the one you rally, could be nice. Okay. And as for the one that interchanges stats, I'm not sure how they could improve that. I mean, they could just do additional effects. They could just have like built-in favor there. Maybe not all the effects from a favor skill, but the extra cooldown, that would be awesome if they could just release a high score asset that lets us share specials by using it. Because, you know, we are running on a meta where 4 cooldowns, 5 cooldowns are kinda what you're using right now, so having more ways to trigger those, charge those, would be preferable. Now that's bigger, that is whatever. Ooh, 4 blues, that's better. Let's see if I get one focus unit right now, please. And there you go! That's my second copy of Brave Harmonized Sector, which is great. That means I have that as fodder now. And I just need to get Fjorm. I just need to spar her within these 40 summons. I'll spar her because that's what I need. I don't need another Brave Harmonized Sector. And this also means I don't need to summon anything above 40 summons. I again may still continue until the odds are reset to 0. And yeah, that should mean that I should probably have enough orbs for the Hero Rises banner, at least one spark, which would be nice as that could let me get them the Byleth, assuming it doesn't win. The voting gauntlet should be done sooner than the banner itself, which means that I should be able to know who is the free unit we're getting, because if it is Emblem Violet, I'm just not going to summon for him. If it is someone else, I may go for Emblem Violet. As for Emblem Edelgar, I don't know what I'll do about her. I do not like her. I do not like the idea of getting DLCs before all emblems. But you know, she's still a range user that I could have someone on either his defense or offense to make use of. Maybe. I don't know how Kerfus is going to help me much, but it is there. I'm quite tired of seeing the same unit, the same demo being obtained within the same summoning session. Like, it's probably easier to just get Melgrim at least once instead of repeating the demo. I got Mozu. Really? Well, that is quite crazy if you think about it. I got to the focus charts before 40 summons. That means that the next 5-star unit I'll get had to be Brave Harmonized Sector or Chosen Fjorm. Hopefully it will be Fjorm. I mean, there's a chance they could just release a round where there are only red orbs and I could just happen to get Celica. And I'm actually considering that if they don't give me a blue, I'll just go in something that's not red because it's guaranteed not to get a 5-star. Well, I mean, I don't need to worry about going on red now. No reds, no blues. You can't give me a 5-star right now. That's not possible. Game, please. Yes. You're expected to give me some blues. No, don't do this. I will continue until Focus Tears is done in case I reach 40 summons before that. I'm intensely not going on red. I do not want to waste that focus charge on Celica. I am not interested in her, and she will eventually show up on a legendary mythic emblem banner. So who knows if I'll just get her by chance while summoning on that banner, in case I happen to do. So, because, you know, she could show up with a mythic or something, I don't care. Okay, more blues, finally. Another May. And another Hector, of course. 3 Hectors, no Fjorms. What did you have as fodder again? I mean, those are really valuable fodders, but I believe Vanitas and Grima are the only armors. The only real armors. There's a Tune Hector and Fiasi. I don't think I have enough copies of those to just work to just duplicate these with other units at the same time. That said, I'm actually just going to check. No, because I want patience anyway I want patience anyway on Grima at some point, so I don't think it's worth doing that. I just keep him just because. And those are not even reds nor blues, so the focus chest will just do nothing there. There's no point summoning on those. That's unfortunate I didn't get Fjorm. I got 3 copies of him. I only needed 2. I also haven't gotten any single Grima. That's not Grima, that's Medius. I already have enough copies to make him plus 10. I do not want to make him plus 10 until I really need to, because as it is right now, I already have enough scoring to stay really. Well, now I'll just go get Fjorm. Okay, should I continue or should I not? The next part it would be pointless because it would be just get another Hector or get Celica, and my chances are exactly 3%, and the focus chest got used on another Hector. This banner lasts for 17 days. I think the Heroes Rises banner might be sooner than that. Or at least the voting gauntlet for me to know which unit I'm getting. So, I don't know. I think 1000 might just be enough. So we're just going to end the video right now. This Quirks, I got her once, I got Prevector prize. I wish I got her at least once more for a little more scoring, but it's okay. I guess I don't need to. I mean, the only point of me going for Mertes on her is not because they're required, it's more because I mean, I hope they're not required. It's more that they might help me use Rolf on Arena, but it's fine, I don't need to use Rolf. Well, that's about it for this summoning session. Let me know how your summons went, in case you have. And we'll see you with Fearing Run later this week. Until then, bye!